Hey everyone, how did somebody this beautiful and this gorgeous come from such extraordinary, unique beginnings, which she'll tell you about, and become the person that she is today, that she's very proud of? I am so excited. I know her story, but you don't. And it is fascinating. So I am so excited to introduce to you our very special guest, Amanda Cummings. Amanda, could you please say hi to our audience?
Hello. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing your time with us. I would love to find out, and I know our audience will as well, a little bit about what I was talking about. I said from extraordinary, unique beginnings. Can you give us a little bit of an idea of what happened?
Sure. I was raised in a very small town in Wisconsin. The culture that I was brought up in was a cult-like culture, very secluded. And even though I was very athletic and loved to do sports and be involved, we were very discouraged from any extracurricular activity, any extra education, college, those types of goals. So fairly young, I left that environment and I moved to New York. And I passed some testing to get into college early, and pursued dancing, ballet, tap, and I still play football on the side. And then in New York, I met my husband at the time, and we have three beautiful children. And very quickly, my whole perspective in life changed, obviously, to focus on raising my family. I put my husband through the police academy. And honestly, as moms can do, we focus so much on our children and our family, we maybe lose touch with ourselves sometimes. Um, and I really struggled with that. I followed his dream. We moved here to Florida, where he wanted to work. And I didn't realize, but with each child, I really struggled with postpartum. It was something that was even frowned upon, um, from my husband's side as well as mine to discuss it. So it wasn't something I was comfortable even reaching out for help for quite some time. Um, and then, like I tell my kids or even my girlfriends, you put up with what you can put up with until you can't. There's just a
Mhm.
point where you're just like, I can't. Either you figure it out. And I did. I wanted to be a better mother. I wanted to be a better person, friend, partner. And I went back to pursuing what I loved to do. You know, being athletic. I joined the local football team, a co-ed football team. I joined the local boxing gym. And within that gym, I met some beautiful people who are like my sisters, my family now. Um, I can't live without them. I love them to death. I,
Mm,
didn't realize how important building a community around you um,
absolutely.
is, and I honestly say they probably saved me. Um, I was able to focus on my health from internal to external. I changed my diet, just tweaking things, things that we already know. I think we already know what we should or shouldn't be eating, that we're not getting enough sleep, we're not getting enough water. But having a community that holds you accountable um, then turns those maybe at first what seems like a diet or a path you're following into just a natural progression of how you live your life. Um, and so then any ailments, I used to have migraines, suffer from rashes, even the weight gain and hormonal things, all of that seemed to balance out, with diet, with regular exercise, and honestly, the community of speaking. We developed a women's group called Life, Love Yourself First. And every month we would all get together and do something physical that seemed to allow people to open up. If you keep them busy, then they are more active and more apt to talk. Um, and then from there, I went back to school. I went back to college. I got my degree in criminal justice.
At what age?
Oh, let's see, it's dating me. This was I was 32. Yeah, 32.
Phenomenal.
Which was great. I missed that connection and the community of, and educating and learning, and I loved it. You know, I guess I really never gave myself a chance to develop myself. And throughout all of this growth, everything around me was better. You know, how I mothered my children, how I viewed myself. Unfortunately, you know, I even realized even in my marriage, you know, we were very young together for over 20 years. And, you know, we grew apart, but both better for it, you know, and our children as well. So then I pursued careers. I have licensing as a bail bond agent, which is basically insurance underwriting, but the
Right.
other physical side of it is fugitive recovery. So we had a team that would go after anyone that had a warrant, you know, on behalf of the court or lawyers. So I kind of got my, you know, physical training. We would train tactically. I also learned self-defense techniques. I started training women for self-defense, children for self-defense. So I was able to kind of mesh all of these loves of mine together. I also hold a license as a private investigator, security executive, and I did some bodyguard work here in Miami Beach, which I loved doing. Um, and then during COVID, when everything kind of slowed down, I realized that I wanted to keep growing and doing things that are more fulfilling. You know, some of the dangerous aspects to me, it was difficult for me to come home to my daughter explaining that I was risking my life for maybe someone that doesn't appreciate family or what people have done for them. And I got my yoga certification, and that changed my life again. I think the first 6 months of yoga, I cried after every class, but it was a relief. You know, I was opening up my heart. I was learning to breathe. I was learning to meditate. You know, all those aggressive sports that I thought were helping me, I needed a balance. And so yoga really saved me and it healed me. Um, Again, internally to externally, it changed my demeanor, how I even spoke with people, how I even walk in my everyday. A little antidote I tell my daughter is walk behind the ant. You know, don't rush. Don't be so excited. You know, always kind of take your time, set your goals, and you know, reset every day. You know, we can get frustrated, we get upset. Allow yourself to feel those things. However, you know, be grateful every day. So I reset myself. A habit I have now is when I wake up, I don't check my phone. I don't look at the TV. I don't do anything. I just think of some simple things that I'm grateful for. I used to have to set a reminder. It wasn't something I did easily, but after a few months, now it's just a natural thing. Very simple things, you know, water, breathing, waking up, my children, the sun, the rain, telling yourself that you love yourself, you know, instead of what you don't like or what you want to change, you know. So that's where I am today, teaching yoga. I'm working on. Um, I do a lot of private yoga. I think in our society can be held up to a level where everybody feels they're not accepted. You know, a lot of yoga studios and things are not totally welcoming, which is odd. Um, the culture can be like that, especially here in Miami. And I want to make it open for anyone, children during puberty, depression, any of those things. It's not just the stretching, you know, it's the mental aspect. It's giving yourself that 1 hour, 2 hours of personal time just to reflect, and all the other stuff comes.
You know, it's interesting as I'm listening to all of this, Amanda, you know, it takes me back also. You came from a place of adversity. So that's what you're explaining is you came from a cult situation where you were discouraged from really growing and evolving into who you really were supposed to be. And you know, it takes a lot of courage to make a move. You know, you said you moved to New York. A lot of people kind of get stuck, they can't make a move, and you did. So you had an impetus to do that. So that's very unique and as I said, very courageous, very powerful. And that's speaking to a lot of people out here that are listening to us. And I'll just make it super short. You know, you might look at people and go, oh, they've got a great life. They're gorgeous. They're wealthy. They're whatever. They're on TV. They're just, everything's perfect. And when you really get to know them and find out where they've come from, it's shocking.
Yeah.
So, I came from also a place of, I had biological parents that were physically there, but not with me. So, I really didn't get to have a relationship with parents. So, it's got to be something within you, which I'm definitely seeing, that drives you to want to be happy, to want to be healthy, to want to make positive changes not only in your life but in other lives. And that's what I'm loving about you already is, you just really wanted growth and you absolutely went for it no matter what. And now you're teaching and encouraging your own family and others to do the same thing. And that's got to make you feel amazing.
I love it. It does make me, I feel fulfilled. I want to be a great role model, especially to my daughters and my son. I don't want them to ever feel that they can't do something that they want to do, or that, society does sometimes pigeonhole us, or you're a woman, you should do this, or you should follow this path, or you should have children, or you should get married, or whatever it may be. And you should do what makes you happy, and be with people that make that goal the same, have similar positive outlooks. Like we are constantly comparing ourselves. I really don't, I wouldn't say allow, I just discourage my daughter to be on social media too much. She has a really great head on her shoulders, but you do maybe even unconsciously find yourself comparing yourself to other people. And I say just compare yourself to who you were yesterday. How do you want to grow? If you're setting goals and continual goals, setting continual goals, then you're always on this path of growth. We're always a student. You never know everything about everything, and well, teenagers, I think they think that anyway. But you're always a student. You're always learning to kind of keep that more modest attitude.
Yeah.
Has really helped me, be a better person.
That's incredible. Now another thing, and I really mean that, I'm just when I say that's incredible, I'm not just like kind of sloughing it off. It really is, because this is fantastic for kids to have that role model parent that did come from, a background that wasn't as happy as they wanted it to be, and arrived at a place right now in life, even going through all the trials and tribulations, where you can teach them to have a great life and not make a lot of the mistakes that perhaps you made. And I never see anything as a mistake anyway. I don't know about you. I
Yeah.
think it's just part of our growth. We learn from trials and tribulations. So I'm excited about that for your kids. And could you tell me a little bit also, and tell us actually, we really align together because of clientele and internal and external health,
Mhm.
combining both to be the best that you can be optimally, to feel healthy, to look healthy, etc. You have an interest in creating a very special type of market for your area that might not just be one, but several. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes, along with two of my beautiful friends, sisters, they found yoga as well and therapy, and we wanted to do something for the community, to make it attainable. Um, so we've been on this path of creating this, and along the way, I found a market. It's called Verde Market. Which is green, but it is basically a green market, which I also want to develop and thrive. Teaching gardening, sustainability, skills that are lost, I think, actually. Um, Encouraging people to buy from local markets, mom and pop shops, farms, plants, succulents, things that help the environment, even beekeeping. So I would like to develop a neighborhood, a community of sorts where, we have a garden, people can contribute, they can learn, they can teach, we can share. It will be affordable because a lot of people are discouraged from health, what they find to be healthy foods or organic foods because of the cost, or the markup or the name or the gimmick or whatever it may be. It should not be like that. And if we're all supporting each other. So that's our goal. We're going to have a community where we can teach yoga, we can teach meditation, very simple meditation, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Have open counseling and therapy or group or sessions where people can talk, and share, and just get back to community, get back to not being kind of, I don't want to say elitist, but you have to be part of this club or part of that. We're all one, in some sense. So I want to have something that everybody feels comfortable, doing.
Well, I love that idea, and I believe very strongly that it's going to work because I love community. I live in a very small town. I don't live in Florida where clientele is from, but I live in a small town, very small, and I love it because there is community here and everybody cares about each other and would do anything for each other. So that's, it's kind of like what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I really, truly wish, that everybody could have that attitude. Unfortunately, not everybody does, but people like yourself are there to help other people achieve that attitude as well. Believe me, it reflects and mirrors back to that person or many people that you're trying to teach. So, can you tell our clientele viewers about some of your favorite clientele skincare products and maybe some of your favorite MDR or sister company supplement products?
I am in love with the face wash. The very first time I used it, I have a new puppy. So I washed my face. I had to run out and walk the puppy and come back. And my skin looked amazing. It was matte, it was glowing, it was beautiful. Um, I could have gone out just like that. So right away, my very first experience of it was amazing. Um, in the evenings, I work late. Sometimes I'm come home and I'm so tired, and I probably look a little tired. I regularly have a FaceTime call with my boyfriend, and I had done my regime for the first time and got on, and he was like, wow. He was like, you are beautiful. He tells me I'm beautiful, but he just said, you don't look tired at all. You don't look like you came home from work. You are glowing. You are dewy. It was amazing. And I hadn't said anything. I just wanted to see, the reaction. Um, and then as well, I got my eyelashes. A girlfriend of mine does eyelashes, and I laid down, and she kept touching my face, just kept touching my skin and rubbing my cheeks, and said that she just noticed, that my skin looks so smooth and so even,
Oh,
and asked me if I was wearing makeup because she knows I do not. So I thought it was amazing. Without me even having to say anything, people are noticing almost immediately.
that's phenomenal. And everybody, as I said before, this is what people tell us. This is not unusual. I do want to let you know that should you ever decide to wear makeup, our makeup always is an extension of our skincare. So it's healthy to use versus something that's just color or something that's cover up. It's actually something that continues the health of your skin. Now, as far as your supplements go, what would you say was your favorite supplement and how does it make you feel?
Hmm. I'm going to say maybe the krill. I don't have any aches. I do since I do a lot of activity, I do a lot of stretching. I will have some aches in my joints, in my shoulders, especially with yoga, and maybe even the stress nutrient. That seems to, I think, all of them combined, but I feel like they really balance me out, throughout the day. That helps with not having the ups and downs of the day where you feel like you need coffee or a kickstart. Um,
Yes.
and I don't really have any of that inflammation that I would. I just became used to it, to be honest. I don't really need ibuprofen as much or anything that I would kind of take to preempt, that maybe pain I would expect. So that's been a really pleasant experience too. Not having any of those cricks or swollen areas.
And we were talking about Gail a little bit earlier, and that is her, what she calls her hero product. The one that you just mentioned, the BioHA with the krill, the astaxanthin, and the hyaluronic acid. So that's actually improving the lubrication between your bones and joints. So that's why you're not feeling the aches and pains. And your wash was the Gentle Soy antioxidant wash, which is probably one of the most popular washes we have. So your boyfriend, the person that put your eyelashes on, I love that. Everybody wants to touch your face because it's so soft and gorgeous. So I just want to thank you again for sharing that with everybody. What I want to find out now, speaking of green and healthy and relaxation and mind, body, spirit, all of that, I would love to find out how clientele has affected your skin and your health.
I'm big on wanting to eat well. I'm very hesitant. We had discussed about supplements. I was big on the multivitamins and the fish oil, and I felt like I couldn't find something I really trusted to take, and I just wanted to focus more on eating the nutrients. Um, and when I spoke to Gail, and she had explained to me what she had been using, I'm constantly commenting on her skin, and I had seen a change. I hadn't seen her for maybe a month, and I just noticed just a little extra glow or something about her skin. And she told me about the clientele, and I was excited to try the product, and it's amazing. I have no sensitivity at all. I don't have any rash or any irritation in the sun. When you work out, you can get irritation or even dry patch it. I don't have any of that. I almost took it for granted. I didn't realize, how I was like, oh, that's so simple. I don't have breakouts. I would get, during maybe once a month or so, I would get a little breakout or a little nothing.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that. And you know what, Amanda, this is what we hear every day. I've been associated with clientele for 41 years. And I'm a bit older than you are. I'm almost 65 years old, God willing. Um, so I've been using it for 41 years. And this is what I've heard throughout these years from everybody that I speak to. And it's just, it excites me because my goal in life and clientele's goal in life is to help people, period. That's what you do as well. So that's why we're so aligned, because we're out there to help people. I'm not going to say we don't want to sell something. Of course we do. But if we sell something, it's got to be something that we have a passion for, that we know that works. And the fact that transition to a completely different type of program and you're getting the results that you're getting, I'm excited about. That's something you can share with others. And by the way, Gail, everybody, since Amanda referred to Gail, is a brand ambassador for us, a very special brand ambassador for us. And she has basically told the world and turned everybody on to clientele that she knows and introduced us to Amanda, which we're so, so happy about. And so that is Gail. You will find her at gailgensler.com. And she is a fitness guru, health in every way, just like Amanda is. And that's why the two of you are friends. So I can't wait for you to start your market base. I have a sense, I can feel it in my bones that it's going to be very, very big and very needed. And my sense is also that you're not doing it so it can be big, but I believe it's going to grow.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
So thank you. And also, if somebody wants to reach out to you to discuss anything that you've discussed today, your yoga, meditation, counseling, green, clientele, postpartum, because that is a huge subject for a lot of mothers. And a lot of people discount it. It is very real. So anything like that, how will people reach you?
They can reach me by email. It's the number one, super, WMN, at gmail.com. And you can reach me on Instagram as well, and it's number one, superwoman, WMN.
So she really is a superwoman, everybody, because to come from, the place that you came from and to have not let it get you down and let it make you stuck, and a place right now where you can really say, I'm a happy person, I'm a fulfilled person. Would you say that that's accurate? You're happy and fulfilled at this time of your life?
I am. I am. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm continually growing. I never want to slow down. I don't anticipate ever doing that. I always want to learn and grow and meet beautiful people and have opportunities and provide opportunities. So, yeah, I think it's great.
Well, this is a person that's beautiful inside and out, everyone, and I'm so glad that you got to meet her because she's very exceptional. And as I said to her earlier, I wish that we could actually meet in person because this is a person I would want to just throw my arms around and give a hug to because she's very, very loving, as you can see. And what do you want to leave clientele viewers with? What's like the one nugget? Because you've given us a lot of nuggets to take away
Hmm.
about, evolving and changing your life and putting it in a positive place. What's like the one nugget you really want to leave us with?
I would say form form an opinion of who you really are, and what you really want in your life, and focus on that, and then you will act in accordance with it. You'll shape your life around it. If you have a simple goal and make the effort to know who you are, then your life will start to evolve, around that, who you want to be, who you actually essentially are, and not allowing anything outside to deter that. You'll have that focus, every day.
Well, that's fantastic because it just kind of puts you in a place where you've got something to achieve. So, what Amanda's saying is just make that decision. It's kind of like I knew a singer once and he wanted to record and he's very good. But the, record label said, who are you? You're doing so many different kinds of music. Like, what is your music? So we can't record you unless we really have a vision and you have a vision of who you are. So it's the same kind of thing. If you have a vision of who you are, Amanda is really advising us. That's the first place to start from to build on. And look where she's come from and look where she is. And she's still going and she's going to go strong until she's 101 years old,
At least.
maybe 102.
That would be great.
So I just want to thank you so much, Amanda. You're just so unique, extraordinary, and very special person. I'm so glad I got to know you and that the viewers got to know you. And can we just take everybody out with a goodbye?
Goodbye. Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you and meet you. I'm so appreciative of knowing you and having this opportunity. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And one thing, everybody, that I'd like you to do before I say goodbye is like and share this video because you're going to take a lot of nuggets away. That's like my favorite word right now. It's
Nugget.
not, I know nugget, it's not chicken nuggets, but it's, nuggets of wisdom. So you're going to take some great wisdom away with you, everybody. So like and share this video, share it with people that you love, your friends, your family, your coworkers, everybody, so that you can listen to Amanda's story and get inspired and get encouraged and also call us. So Amanda's already given you the way to reach her, one superwoman, and she is .com, right?
At Gmail.
Or at gmail.com. So
Yeah.
sorry. And then on Instagram at one superwoman.
Yes.
Okay. So I would love you to reach us at clientele.com and at 800-327-4660 and speak to me at extension 5709 Sheryl, or any one of our great clientele specialists so that we can put you on your road to positivity, positive skin, positive health. So we're going to say goodbye and blessings to you. And don't forget to like and follow also. And we'll see you next Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry you can figure out all the rest of the times. I know you're all savvy and smart out there. And also watch us Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live just with me. All right. See you soon. Bye, Amanda. Thank you so much.